Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thunder and Lightning Gaming. I'm Thunder.
I'm Lightning.
I'm Monsoon.
Drizzle.
And I'm Tsunami.
And what you just heard was literally all of us. And also, if you're watching, let me know if you can hear all of us. If I need to turn them up, if I need to turn myself down, if you can only hear me, let us know. Because this is something we've never done before. Speaking of something we've never done before, I know I'm streaming from my house, but Mason, please intro what we're doing today.
So we are going over our top 3 movies, TV shows, and video games of the year.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fun, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't necessarily have to come out this year, just what you watched or played or whatever this year.
If that's the case, okay, see that would be cool.
Stop now.
We have the visuals.
No.
I don't think we can show them.
Then fuck it, I'm changing some.
Oh, we're going rogue.
I probably have
Okay.
too.
Okay, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this now.
So, Mason, what was your grand vision for this? Do you want me to go over absolutely everything and then hand it over to Chris, or do you want to do
So what the plan was, we would start with movies. Everyone does their top 3, and then we talk about them as we go, and then we go into video games and then television shows.
I like that.
Okay, perfect. Then let's do it in the order we gave our intro. In that case, just to keep it uniformed.
Strangely enough, I think that's the order I made the graphic in.
LOL.
Hell yeah.
Not that it matters.
Not that it matters.
Not that it matters.
So Mason, I gave you 5, and I was like, "Hey, pick 3 for me," basically.
Yep.
So I'm gonna need you to tell me.
Oh, you know
So
what? I've got stream on my phone right now, so I'm also gonna need Mason to tell me my top.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm here for. Actually, can I do a thing? Can I do a thing? Or will it mess everything up?
I think you can do a thing, right?
Let's see.
What? Oh God, I don't know, man. Whatever you're about to share, if you share it over Discord, I won't be able to see it.
Let me see a thing.
Well, in theory, it will go over our faces.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no.
In theory.
We'll see.
We're gonna think about
No. We won't fuck everything up.
Oh God, it's looking like
Let's
it
see. Did we fuck everything up?
Don't touch it. Don't touch
What does it
anything.
look like? Don't touch anything?
It looks like Chris and Pauline have replaced
Oh,
Mason
no.
and Chelsea, and there's a button that says "Watch Stream" that I have to go click. That I'm not going to be able to go click.
Oh no.
It's fine. Let's
Never
go
mind.
back. Undo.
We'll go back. We'll go back.
Control Z. Come on.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, thank Christ, it fixed itself. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. So your top 3 movies that you gave me were RRR, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, and Glass Onion.
Okay. Christ. Okay. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna do 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's how I should do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I already forget number 2. I have a feeling that who here has seen Glass Onion?
Everyone.
Yeah, we all have.
Everyone? Okay,
Hmm.
perfect. So I still won't spoil anything because, people in chat and whatnot, because this movie just came out. But yeah, I really, really liked it. I've been thinking about it a lot. I don't think I liked it more than Knives Out, but I really did like it. I liked that Mason, you and I were talking about this. I liked that they didn't it wasn't obvious who the murder victim was going to be. I feel like they set up a very obvious well, here's what's going to happen, and then that's totally not what happened. I also liked the emphasis on music that the movie had. There was a lot of classical music, and there was a lot of references to music, the guy's whole house has music references. He's talking about the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I did not know that the Beatles had a song called Glass Onion.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's
Oh my god.
that's the song that plays in the credits. And I only knew that because I had subtitles on, and the subtitles said. Glass Onion by the Beatles.
Well, wasn't Knives Out also named after a song?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
That would be really interesting. That would be like an interesting twist on this series that I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah. We're gonna have to look into that because, like, at that point, now I'm curious, like, what songs could be Knives Out titles.
Right.
See, yeah, Knives Out was a Radiohead song.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
Okay. That's very interesting.
Yeah, that is. Ooh,
Because Glass Onion, they announced the title was called Glass Onion, and I was like, it was very evocative, right? Because I was like, or rather, it was very provocative because I was like, those are two words I've never heard put next to each other. But apparently that's my fault because there's a Beatles song called that I could have just known about this whole time.
I'm surprised. That's like one of my favorite Beatles songs.
I went through a Beatles like mania phase in high school, and like I looked up every single album that they made, and like Glass Onion is like I immediately thought of Glass Onion when the movie. I was like, oh, okay, so he's referencing Beatles right there. So
Yeah. No, it's cool. It was cool. I liked it a lot. Like I said, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get into spoiler territory.
And-
And I feel like other people are probably going to have things to say about Glass Onion, but I feel like no one's gonna have anything to say about Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
We all seen that?
So, what happened?
Yeah.
Have we all seen that movie?
I
Okay.
Pauline refuses. Pauline says no.
yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. It just freaks me out. Like the meta-ness of it, if that's a word,
Oh,
it just makes me uncomfortable for some reason.
okay.
It was good.
Yeah,
really
it was
good.
It's fun.
it was not so much a movie about the Rescue Rangers. It was more like a movie about the different animation styles that have existed in movies over the past, 100 years.
That's true.
And I thought that was really cool. Like, it wasn't like obviously it's a kids movie, right? And it wasn't overly like funny. Like I wouldn't give it a very high laughs per minute. But I really
LPM.
what happened?
You wouldn't give it a high LPM?
No. But I do really appreciate I don't know, I just appreciate that it was made, and I hope that it does well enough that there's more of them, because they definitely hinted that there could be more of them. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be Chippendale, They could do whatever they want with that. And I feel like that movie similar to Space Jam: A New Legacy, which is a movie we're not talking about today. I feel like it got away with a lot of stuff that I didn't expect. Like, there was a lot of stuff in there that Disney didn't own the rights to, and I was just like, oh, okay.
Right. I hear what
Yeah.
you're saying.
It was a real Who Framed Roger Rabbit vibe.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it also helps that Roger Rabbit was in the dang movie.
Yeah. That was also a
Um,
Disney movie I found out recently.
Yeah, it's been a Disney movie the whole time, bud.
It was under Touchstone Pictures, which I found out was Disney recently.
It's also Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
That
Framed
part I
Roger
didn't know.
Rabbit? Who Framed Roger Rabbit is great. Arguably better than Chippendale Rescue Rangers, but not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about RRR, the greatest. I was gonna say the greatest Indian cinema movie of all time. Fuck that! It might be the greatest movie of all time. This movie is so good. The only thing that is preventing me from being like everyone should see it is that it's 3 full hours. I know that that's kind of a commitment for a movie, but I think it's worth it. And if you're someone who, I wouldn't recommend watching it this way, but if you're like really opposed to subtitles, they do have a full English dub at this point.
Yeah, honestly, like that's the only reason why I haven't watched it. Like it's 3 hours that I haven't had to myself.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and I totally understand that, and I absolutely am not judging you at all. if you can see it though. I couldn't recommend it enough.
I thought she was gonna say that's the reason I haven't seen it yet. I don't want to watch 3 hours of subtitles, and I was gonna be like, "Are you kidding?"
Yeah.
Like right here who watches like anime, like lots of anime.
I gotta say,
You do.
so I typically don't care about the Oscars, and I haven't for a while. If RRR doesn't win Best Picture, I'm not gonna be. I'll be a little upset, but I'm not gonna be surprised, right?
Right.
If RRR is not nominated for Best Picture, I'm going to like actively and openly boycott the Oscars.
Oh yeah.
It's probably what's gonna happen. It's either that or it's gonna be nominated for Best Foreign Picture.
It's not even up for Best Foreign Picture.
Oh, are you serious?
Really?
Yeah, they said fuck that. We don't want that. They literally submitted themselves for every other category except that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so they did it intentionally.
Yes, I believe so. I'll say yes now and then wait for someone to prove me wrong. And those are my top 3 movies, and now it's Lightning's turn.
Yep.
Mason, what are my top 3 movies?
So top 3 in the order you gave me were Glass Onion, Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio because several Pinocchios came out, and Bullet Train.
Yes. I can't believe all 3 of my top 3 movies for this year I watched within the last month and a half.
Wait, which one is number 1?
Glass Onion, I thought
Oh, wow.
really good. If I was to go back, I think I would put it Glass Onion, Bullet Train, Pinocchio. I think that's the official order I want to have it. I know I didn't send that to you, but thinking back, saying it out loud, like I think that's more true to form for me.
By the way, Chris, before you start, you know how I said I sent 5 to Mason? My other 2 were Bullet Train and Pinocchio.
Yeah. Awesome. I thought Glass Onion was really exciting. It wasn't a repeat of one in the slightest. It was somehow in the same genre, but a totally different storyline. Like it was a murder mystery, but they managed to keep it fresh. And with the addition of this movie, I'm starting to get it. This has nothing to do with how much I like the movie, but I'm starting to get the Agatha Christie films and the Knives Out series. They're starting to like fuse for me a little bit, which I have to go back and watch Knives Out and then watch Glass Onion so I can be like, these two are the ones that are connected.
You know what's funny?
What?
What you know what else came out this year?
The
Death on the Nile.
Yeah.
That was Agatha Christie, right?
It's like Hercule Poirot. The Orient Express and then Death on the Nile are both Hercule Poirot by Agatha Christie.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you guys seen those ones?
No.
Oh,
So
they're good.
They're both starring and directed by Kenneth Branagh, the guy who played Gilderoy Lockhart in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, that's cool.
He also randomly directed Thor, the first Thor movie.
Yeah.
But all 4 of those movies, really good movies. But Glass Onion, I thought was really good. It kept it fresh. It was a totally different storyline. They kept shitting on Clue, which I thought was interesting.
There were so many. First of all, yes, I love that the main detective guy hates Clue because it's so boring to him. I absolutely love that. But there was also like a lot of parallels to be drawn between this movie and the Clue movie. Like there was the whole like lights go out, someone gets murdered thing. There's a few more, but yeah.
The weapons. Yeah, there's definitely some similarities to be drawn. But yeah, I don't know. I have more I want to say on the film in general. Like Anthony said, though, you know, this isn't a cinematic relief episode. People didn't
sign up for spoilers.
Yeah, sign up for spoilers on this one. So I'm gonna keep it short on descriptions because you can go to our cinematic relief episodes to find out what you thought, find out what we thought about the movies. But going to number 2, which I'll officially make Bullet Train, another really refreshing movie. Mason, I'm so glad you suggested this because
It was so good.
it was so good.
I rewatched it again last night.
I watched it by myself. I watched it by myself because Pauline was at work. Then I think like the next day or something. We watched it together. So it again, and I wanted her to see it. Oh my god, it was really good. Really great cast. Really redeeming role for the dude who plays Kick-Ass in my eyes.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, I counted him out. I did not like it. I was like, I'm surprised he was good in Kick-Ass because that's like the only time I've ever seen him that I like in something. But he was incredible. He stole the show in this movie. But yeah, Bullet Train was awesome. I have a feeling other people are gonna have things to say about Bullet Train. So
yeah, Bullet Train is on 3 lists.
Awesome.
Nice.
I'm waiting.
Same with Glass Onion.
I'm waiting to see if there's one that made it on all 5, because if there is, that'll be the champion movie.
It's probably gonna be, I'm hoping it's Glass Onion.
But don't. But we'll see. And then Pinocchio. Everybody here has seen Pinocchio, right?
I haven't.
No.
You
I
haven't?
haven't had time.
You would absolutely love this movie, Pauline.
I mean, it's Guillermo del Toro, so I'm like waiting for like I want to see that one and RR when I have time.
This Pinocchio is just so emo. I love it. The ending is just so like, ugh. If you haven't seen it, I highly suggest it. It's easily my favorite of any Pinocchio that I've seen. I know there's like 15 of them as of this year, but of the 3 that I've seen, it's easily my favorite. Easily. And I think that's it. I think that's where I'll leave it. Those are my top 3 movies for 2022.
Cool. All right. I didn't necessarily put these in the order like favorite to least favorite, but I guess do I have to do it least favorite? Favorite?
This
No.
No.
All right. I think I remember what I put down. So first one I put down was Glass Onion. Really like that. I'm a big like murder mystery person, so like just another refreshing like Knives Out mystery by Rian Johnson. The cast was the one that kind of like I was surprised by, but they melded like really together really well. I want that puzzle box from like the first like 15 minutes of the
Yes.
I
Oh my
want,
god.
even if it has like a little like card in it like at the very end, but I just want to I love that kind of thing.
Mhm.
But it was still really good. I actually saw like a couple posts on Tumblr, like they're like some like fan theory floating around where it's like oh they're probably gonna do like a movie for each season. So like Knives Out was in the fall, this one's in the summer, and now like
Oh,
like that if he did that.
that'd be interesting. That has a little bit of a Agatha Christie vibe.
Yeah. And then there's another one that said like, oh, Rian Johnson should make like this whole MCU with Benoit Blanc. Just like he has like this whole like universe dedicated to him, and like the people he helps out in each film like come back and like support him. Not so.
That would be interesting.
I would like 28 films behind that. So yeah, like Glass Onion, really good movie. And then number
Okay, hold on. Before we move away from Glass Onion, I have a Glass Onion related question.
yes.
Me too.
Why
After.
did Ethan Hawke shoot everyone in the mouth with a COVID vaccine gun? Why? And when I ask that, I guess the real question I'm asking is why did this movie have to take place during quarantine?
You ask because here's the thing, right? I did not think of that until right now, but I thought it was gonna play a significant role in the film.
No, it
It
did not.
kind
I
of
was
did,
waiting for it to
though.
come back.
Well, there was that one line about the allergy.
What happened?
The one line about the allergy came out of the them shooting it in the mouth.
Yep.
Do you not remember that? It was like
Where-
foreshadowing.
Where Dave Bautista's character says he has a certain allergy.
You're right. That's what it was said entirely, wasn't it? Was just so he spout out that he's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I see. Just as an excuse, so he could say, "I don't vibe with pineapples." Okay, yeah, I guess.
I have a trivia thing about that too. So Ethan Hawke was actually like in Greece filming Moon Knight when the
Nice.
and so Ryan Johnson like heard about it. He was like, "Hey, do you want to come and do like a little cameo?" And Ethan Hawke's like, "That's why he was in the."
That would
so
explain why
funny.
Ethan Hawke looks exactly like his character in Moon Knight.
Yeah. I feel like it's Majors because this movie seemed like it was really trying to be relevant to what is going on right now.
Right.
Like with that, Among Us.
Among Us.
Oh yeah. And like you were saying, it was kind of like a commentary on Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that's not too spoilery.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah. So Pauline, your other two movies.
my second one was Turning Red. I actually had
Oh, cool.
I had to look that it came out this year because I wasn't sure, but like, when I like Asian representation, like, like me, like, I'm not like I'm only like a little bit Chinese, but like just like the references of like, you know, like being the perfectionist daughter and like getting all A's and like just it just really rang with me, like, spoke to me honestly. And the fact that it took place in like 2000s, like you get the references, like the boy tchotchkes, even though I never had one. And like it even had like references like anime, where like when the dad's cooking dinner, like the food just looks so amazing. And then definitely like the like at one point in the film, May actually does like this like kind of like Sailor Moon pose, like leaping from roof to roof. She does like the, you know, the Sailor Moon pose, like with the moon in the background.
They also do the JoJo feat.
Yes. So just a lot of like love in that regards to like Asian culture and like experiences like growing up Asian. So like she also agree with me. So yeah, definitely that honestly takes a large place in my heart. And Sandra Oh is like the mom, like just totally killed it. So and then my third one, what else did I have, Mason? It was
Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Yeah. So obviously that just came out. I just thought it was a really like sweet love letter, and like we miss you to Chadwick Boseman, because like me, Anthony, and Chris were actually talking about this like when after we saw it. But like even though you couldn't like, you know, see him physically there, like you could actually like feel his presence throughout the entire movie. And like it was just like a really like good, like even though I didn't have him, like, or I should say like it was gonna be like a really giant hurdle. Like the main character like literally died unexpectedly, so what are you guys gonna do? And the way that they kind of like wrote the script, and like they just filmed it, it was just a really good love letter to Chadwick Boseman. And I think it's one of the main like female like a female character is like the real main lead in this film, and I think Shuri is really good character moving forward, because like you see her in the first movie, she just plays a supporting role, and then you're like right here, you're like she's kind of like forced to grow up to be like this leader. So I just that was like really good.
Did you hear that they revealed what the plot of this movie was going to be before he passed away?
No.
Oh yeah, I heard that. The summary.
Yeah, it was basically going to be like a father-son. Like they were going to introduce his son at the top of the movie, and then and then have like a whole father-son like passing the torch type thing.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But all right, so that is Mason next.
So Chelsea and I both had the same list for movies, unless you want to change something.
No, I was gonna say, can we just talk about it like together?
Yeah,
like,
we
it's
can
just
actually.
the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Is it the same order?
we didn't really order them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So we had Bullet Train.
Mhm.
Do you want to talk about Bullet Train?
I
We
mean,
literally watched a lot. You fell asleep. I watched it. Someone had work at 4:30.
well, honestly, it was like one of the like most refreshing movies I think I've seen, like most like unique that I've seen in like mainstream media in a while. Just because like Mason kept like comparing it to like it's like a real life anime kind of feel. It's just like I don't know. It also felt like Quentin Tarantino meets like Jackie Chan movies,
Yeah.
and that's
Okay.
really fun. I don't know. I grew up watching like Jackie Chan movies, so like the whole like comedic kung fu movie thing, really fun for me.
Also, the whole like the main character doesn't really want to be there thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I completely forgot about the fact that Bad Bunny is that the guy? The wolf is played by Bad Bunny.
Oh yes,
Yeah, I completely forgot how his character died.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember where he throws a knife?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Try not to spoil anything, but yeah.
It's just so funny that like we loved it so much, and your
Yeah.
mom was just like, "It's the worst movie I've ever seen."
Yeah, she was complaining the whole
Oh,
time.
wow.
It was so good though.
It was
She
so good.
doesn't really understand the whole anime feel, like the yeah. So
She loved Deadpool too, so I don't know what's wrong
I
here.
don't know.
Because that's the same director, right?
This was such
Oh, that recontextualizes something else about that movie for me. I did not know they were the same director. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think that's how they got the Ryan Reynolds cameo.
Yeah.
Is he was like, hey, Brad Pitt did like a 2-second cameo in your movie. You can do a 2-second cameo in Brad Pitt's movie, right?
So funny.
And then also loved the like slight crossover with the Lost City. You know, Channing Tatum in the Lost City.
Oh yeah.
And Sandra
yeah.
Bullock.
Mhm.
And then she's reading
Right,
Sandra
yeah.
Bullock's,
I forgot
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
how he's literally reading her book on the train.
Well, because Lost City stars Channing Tatum, Sandra Bullock, and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was also a good movie, but not our top 3.
No.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
Oh.
I caught bits and pieces of that. It seemed fine.
And then next up, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh wow,
Uh,
I did not expect that. I loved this movie.
I love that movie. Not a huge fan of what it did with Wanda as a character,
Mhm.
but the movie itself, I loved so much. I grew up watching Sam Raimi movies like Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, Spider-Man,
Mm.
Xena. So I was very excited about this movie. I loved the way it felt. Also, like the music battle, the
Yeah.
tunnel
Yes.
scenes
Oh my
that were
God.
horrifying. I don't know if y'all remember the tunnel scenes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that was
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I actually, my fucking piss app told me to take a bathroom break during that scene. For
What?
some reason.
What?
Anthony, I was just gonna talk about that. I was like, because I think I asked you when you got back in, I was like, did you know it was gonna get scary? Is that why you chose then? And you were like, no, the piss app told me this was a good time.
Speaking of, I wish I would have downloaded that before we saw Avatar.
Oh my god.
Oh, I still have to see that one.
You did it during a good time.
Yeah,
though.
I
It was
do.
just
I
a
did.
flying montage.
Yeah, you definitely need that app before you watch Avatar in theaters.
The app's called Run P, and this is like the 9th free promotion they've got on their
LOL.
channel.
We should genuinely reach out, see if they'd be
Yeah.
interested in the sponsor the shit out of them at the beginning of episode.
Yeah, you're speed running Mario, and I'm like, all right, quick shout out to Run P.
We're about to die here 15 times if you want to run pee.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
And then number 1 movie was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Pauline, you have too. I don't know if you have like the whole Asian thing, but like I don't know if you had the same Asian trauma issues that I had. But like, oh my god, you have to. But you can go ahead and say what you want to say first.
All right, so This movie I did not expect to like as much as I did. Like I definitely could not relate to it as much as you could for many reasons. But it also had, the fun kung fu feels. Her husband as a character was just incredible and inspiring, like even outside of the movie. And also just the fact that they made me care about a couple rocks with googly eyes on it.
Chris, have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Not.
Where do you see that?
The male lead, the husband character, is the little kid who played Short Round in Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, this was his comeback. Right. I heard
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I heard that he's like up for like a Golden Globe nomination. So
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Wait,
That's awesome.
you guys watch this movie?
What was that?
Let's see.
Mason's looking it up.
Yeah, I'm looking up now.
Yeah, I watched it on demand in a hotel room in Philadelphia.
Okay, it's on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Oh.
I have that app.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I too now have that app.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that was like my favorite movie just because like just how much I could relate to it. Like it was so awkward because like we were watching it on a video call with our friends and like the very ending like scene, by that time I was like bawling.
Oh,
Like audibly sobbing.
jeez.
Yeah, it's just like I could relate to the like the characters like issues so much. So that definitely made it like really important to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 3 movies that I gotta get on.
So yeah.
Yeah. Also, while we're talking about directors, was the director of Glass Onion also the guy that did Star Wars Episode 8?
Yes.
Okay. Ryan Johnson?
Yeah, he's the subverting expectations director. Subverting expectations regardless of plot or how good it is or how it fits into a bigger universe.
Okay.
And J.J. Abrams is the whiny, piss in my pants, how dare you do this to my franchise director.
With just so much lens flare.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just heaping piles of lens flare.
What is lens flare?
That's we'll talk about lens
Yeah.
flare off air.
Yeah, it's easy to explain, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It needs
Okay,
visuals.
you want me to talk about video games? Is that what's next?
Yeah, let's do games.
Nice.
Okay, Mason, what are my top 3 games?
Let's see. I watched your video yesterday about your top 3 games of the year. So Elden Ring, Vampire Survivors, and Immortality were the 3 you gave me.
Okay, let me tell you about Immortality. What happened to Marissa Marcel? Where is she? How she's been missing for 30 years. What's that about? Everyone should play Immortality, and everyone can play Immortality because it's on Netflix Gaming now.
Oh, really?
That's such a
which is
thing.
funny.
So weird.
Yeah, you could apparently play there's like a big game that I was like, it's like Minecraft or Fortnite or something. There's just like a really big game that you can play on Netflix Gaming for some reason. But yeah, Immortality was really good. I don't want to say literally anything about it because I don't want to spoil. I want to spoil absolutely none of it. Just play it. Everyone, it's not for everyone, but all the people on this call I think would really like it. Vampire Survivors is a game that literally everyone who's ever played a video game should play. It's only $5 full price, and it's super easy to it's just super easy to control because you only move around, you don't hit the shoot button, so it's just super easy to not get good at, but it's just super easy to understand how to play it. And it has a really, really, it's a roguelite, right? So you want to play it over and over again, and it has a really, really successful incentivizer to make you want to play over and over again. And I think it technically came out last year, but it it was in early access, but it was officially released this year. Which I don't think I mentioned in my video. But yeah, if you look up footage of Vampire Survivor and you're like, oh, I get it. That's literally all there is to it. That's the whole game. And it's on phones now. I believe the whole game is on phones. I don't know if it costs money on phones or not, but the whole game is on phones. So that's even more easily accessible. And then Elden Ring might be the greatest video game ever made by any studio who's ever tried to make a video game. And once again, I understand that it's not for everybody, but it's definitely the best Dark Souls game. It's it's an open world Dark Souls, and if that sounds like it would be easy to fuck up, they didn't fuck it up, and it's really good. And it's like weirdly like replayable. Like I put 190 hours into it, and I still kept and then I beat it, right? And then I still kept playing, and I was just like, I need to like I just didn't want to stop playing it. It's just really fun. I'll probably play it again at some point, because I have other games that I have not played even once yet that I want to play first. But yeah, I am so very, very excited for what From Software does next. I know that they're doing Armored Core, which is not Dark Souls, and I will patiently wait for them to do that, so I can play whatever it is they do next. And I will wait as long as it takes for them to make a new game.
I mean, there's a reason Elden Ring is on 3 of the lists.
Hell yeah. And that's my games.
Oh, that was all 3.
Yes.
Okay, Mason, what are my video?
Can I guess?
Yeah, go for it.
Here's the thing, Anthony. You can guess what Mason's about to say is officially not the 3 I'm going to talk about.
I mean, I can only assume Chivalry 2 is going to be on there.
I will not confirm or deny.
And I probably that Pokemon game you played.
Okay.
And that's it. That's all she wrote. That's all 3.
Mason.
So the 3 you told me were Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Is that the right title?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Elden Ring and Pokemon Scarlet.
Yes. So fuck that whole list.
Wait, sorry, Chris, you played Elden Ring?
Here's what I did, okay? I'll tell you exactly what I did. Mason said, pick 3 video games that released in the year of our Lord 2022.
You said that?
Yeah, those exact words.
Oh, of course, yes.
And I said, well, gee willikers, Mason, I said to myself. I said, I don't know if I've played 3 video games made in the year of our Lord 2022. So you know what I'm going to do? Gosh darn it. I'm going to take some of these PlayStation gift cards that I've gotten, and I'm just going to download some games. And then I got Pokemon Scarlet, which I have not yet been able to play because of school. And I said, I'm just going to guess that this is a good game.
Wait, is school still going on for you?
It just finished.
Okay.
But then we start this call, and Mason says, pick games that you played this year. They don't have to be games that came out this year. And I said, well, Mason, you see, I downloaded Elden Ring, and no, but
wait, did you play Elden Ring or not?
I've started the first 10 minutes of Elden Ring. I just finished the tutorial.
Hell yeah.
We should all play Elden Ring together now.
Yeah.
I actually started I just did what you did. I just started.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
you were
cool.
gone, so.
Cool. Pauline has also, as of an hour ago, played Elden Ring.
That's my first Dark Souls game, so I'm
me too.
scared.
Me too. So here is my new list. Number 1.
Dark Souls games are going to be ruined for you guys, by the way, because this is the only one you can jump in.
What?
Oh, Okay.
Oh,
You know what? I
that's-
wasn't expecting to be able to jump. That's funny you say that. I must have that must have been information I've absorbed because I'll
Yeah.
press X probably, and I was jumping, and I was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! What's the Pokemon game we've been playing?
Shining Pearl.
Yes, Pokemon
Brilliant. Yeah.
is the #1 video game I've played this year. Maybe my favorite video game in a long time. But I think I'm also putting a lot of that into the fact that this is my first Pokemon game ever.
Wait. What? I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Oh my god!
Yeah. You
Uh,
How
forget
have
that
you
Chris-
lived this long and not played a
Oh,
Pokemon?
well, you see, Chris refused for his entire life to play or buy a portable console.
Oh, okay.
I had all the Game Boy, but
anyways, just to give you guys an idea of how much I like this game, between the month of October and November, the height of my school year, I managed to log 300 hours into
What?
it's true.
It happens.
It does happen.
But you can't stop playing it though. It's a
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have school the next day, and it would be like 1:30, and I'd be in the morning, and I'd be like, I guess I'll be done. No, I absolutely love that game. I'm really excited to play Scarlet because we did get it for Christmas. So
We got Scarlet and Violet.
yeah, so
Hmm.
but for now, or well, at least in the year 2022, my favorite video game that I played was Pokemon Shining Pearl. Diamond.
Shining Pearl. Pearl, Brilliant Diamond. We have
Yes.
Shining Pearl.
That one.
Mason has Brilliant Diamond.
Yes. Game number 2 would in fact be Chivalry 2. So Anthony is correct. Because that is the game that I played second most this year, hands down. I probably logged more hours into Chivalry 2 because I've just been playing it for like 6-7 months at this point. But yeah, Chivalry 2 is fun. It's got just a horrendous community,
Mm.
but but it's a fun game.
Is
And
that bad?
well, it's a bunch of COD bros.
I watched
Oh,
Oh, a bunch of pants pissers.
Yeah, bunch of begging wannabes. What do they want to be? I don't know, but that's
They want to be better than you at Chivalry.
yeah. And you know what though? I worked my ass off. So I start playing this game, and I'm like, oh gee golly, I'm so excited to play. And these guys were just no respect, and I just sat there and I was like, all right, I'll fucking get good at this video game.
I love that I'm learning that when Chris is like in his own head, when he's like thinking his own thoughts, they all start with gee golly oh me.
Then I did get really good at that video game, and I have some stories on our regular podcast. If you want to know more about how
Our video game podcast.
our video game podcast specifically, if you want to know more about how I just said no to the trolls over at Chivalry 2.
Hell yeah. You got to say no or become one yourself. It's
Yeah.
like Two-Face.
I
Either
think
watch
I think
yourself become the villain or die.
Yeah.
yeah, and I think I found a nice middle ground because there was definitely a few people where I was like, all right, I'm gonna troll you just as hard as you think you're trolling me.
Yeah, this is why I never do online gaming.
Game number 3. I feel like I'd be a really big poser if I said Elden Ring because I didn't. I've played the tutorial of Elden Ring. Man,
Well, you also played Wind Waker this year,
Oh yeah,
you know what? I did play Wind Waker this year.
and
time?
Super Mario 64, but that's
Well,
kind of a
That one
yeah.
best game every year. No, just
Oh, and Spider-Man Miles Morales was this year for the channel.
Did we complete that game?
Yes, you did.
We finished it. We didn't like 100% it.
It's a short game, right? Right.
Yeah, it's basically DLC, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think I'll put Wind Waker down.
Okay.
Wind Waker in place of what will probably be Elden Ring. And yeah.
All right. So, Mason, also scratch my list, please.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla is like there, so I'm gonna say that it is. I love Assassin's Creed, and I haven't necessarily like played through the whole thing, but I've gotten pretty. I want to say like 25% there. But like it's Assassin's Creed, so I'm gonna have fun. Plus, they've started doing like do you want to play female or male, or do you want to have the system choose for you? So that's always a fun. You know, it's fun just being able to choose what you want to be. And then all right. So I'm gonna say for my second game, it's gonna be Shin Megami Tensei 5. I've never played a Shin Megami Tensei game, but they're the same people. Alice, like it was created by Alice, who are the same people who created Persona 5. So it has like a lot of the same mechanics. Like it's turn based. You can collect the compendium. You can have like monsters do your bidding and whatnot. But it's a lot more like existential than Persona 5, because like for Persona 5 you're like a teenager, and like it's good versus evil in that sense. But like here it's like in Shin Megami Tensei, it's like very like everything's like in a gray area, which is pretty cool. I've probably logged over like I want to say like close to 100 hours in that game, and I'm still like really far off from the ending. So, and it has like 4 different endings you can get, so it's gonna be interesting. But I'm gonna put that there. And then number 1. It's not. This isn't in any particular order, honestly, but I want to say like as part of the 3. I downloaded this game called SpongeBob Krusty Cook-Off on the Switch.
Fuck yeah.
And I actually had it on my phone for a while, but like I never had enough data, so I just ended up deleting from my phone. And then when I wanted to play it again, all my like upgrades had been completely erased, so I couldn't even progress really well. But then I saw on the Switch, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll write down it. And now I'm like it's been like hours playing that game. It's just like a good like brain like time killer. Like you don't really have to think a lot. You just gotta hit buttons and like be on time for stuff. And Chris will attest that like I've been playing that game for hours.
Yeah. So she has been playing that game nonstop.
Yeah. It's a good break from Pokemon, because I was trying to like find the crystals to get the legendaries, and I was getting like really sick of not finding them. But now I'm like, okay, like this, I don't have to think. I just gotta beat the level and keep going. So
What's the collectible monster mechanic in SpongeBob's Krusty Cook-Off like compared to Pokemon?
it's definitely you gather coins and spend them on the monster.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Or outfits for SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yes. Actually,
yeah. How's the costume customizability compared to Scarlet and Violet?
It's actually way better.
Nice, good, awesome. Love to hear it, Nintendo.
You can actually dress Sandy up in her like medieval outfit.
Oh, dude, hell yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, those are my 3.
Mason.
Okay. Yeah. So my 3. All right. So I did not play a ton of games this year, and several of them that I have been playing are ones that I just slowly grew disillusioned with over the year, because they're the ones that want you to like log in every day to keep playing and get free things, like Genshin Impact, RuneScape, because I'm still playing that in 2022, and Magic the Gathering Arena.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which version of RuneScape do you play?
3.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, because I didn't want to lose my progress from back when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the ones that I have enjoyed pretty much consistently since I started playing them were Marvel Snap, which is so good, even if it also wants you to log in every day. It's on my phone, so it's not as big of a deal. Also, like, of the online card games, it is the one that makes you want to spend money the least, which I appreciate.
Well, the game doesn't want you to spend money.
Yeah, it's so nice.
It's refreshing.
To get that game.
I
Yeah.
thought you.
I guess.
And then I also just love how quick matches are. It's also kind of like that SpongeBob game we were talking about. Like, it's just very quick. You can somewhat turn your brain off, especially if you're playing Agatha, Anthony.
Yeah.
And
turn everything off when you play Agatha.
and then number 2 was Elden Ring. I have not finished it. I'm like, I think 100 hours in?
Wow.
Not 100 hours.
Yeah. Hell yeah, only
No,
90
like-
more to go.
30 hours in. 30 hours in. Sorry, my
Hell
bad.
yeah, only 160 more to go.
Yeah. Level like 120 something.
Fuck yeah.
And I just beat is it Radigan? The large giant man on his tiny horse.
Oh, the tree savant?
Large giant man. Oh, yeah.
Radon.
Fuck.
There we go.
Radon, yes, Radon.
Yeah.
Radon.
So I am not even close to like halfway through. But
That
it is
guy-
so
that guy,
good.
He might as well be the final boss, except he's like the third boss you fight out of like 150.
Yeah. Like, there is just so much story in this game. It is also pretty much my first Dark Souls game. And so I definitely over-leveled a lot so that I won't die like every 5 minutes.
Also, something that none of us brought up yet, not even in my video, written by George R.R. Martin, that game.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so crazy.
And-
It's actually completed.
Oh my god.
Oh, I know, right?
Sorry.
You just have to throw ideas at him. He can do that. It's fine.
You know
And
what's
then,
fun?
yeah.
My brother actually finished Elden Ring. I think he put it on his PC, and like he's been giving like me and Chris like hints, like.
Oh yeah, the dude who's right out front after the tutorial. He's
Yeah.
On a golden horse.
yeah. Pauline's brother was like, "Have you gotten to him yet?" And I was like, "Yeah." I literally shut off the game because I got to him and I got frustrated. He was like, "Just walk by him."
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's open. Yeah, you have to that guy makes you forget that it's open world and you can just walk away because that's not a thing in old Dark Souls games.
Oh, okay. So is that why he's there? Is that the point? Is it like, hey, you don't have to do this right now? Is
Yeah,
that
exactly. If you run away far enough from him, his life bar goes away and he's like, "All right, I'll go back to pacing."
Yeah.
all right? Okay, I that makes more sense. I figured there's gonna be things in that game that like I'm sure if I had played another Dark Souls game, I would have gotten the point that like, oh,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
want me.
No, and the other thing is like there's gonna be bosses that like, well, it's time to fight this boss, but it's really hard. But he's clearly like to do him later.
Yeah.
I got kind of close, which the more
Yeah.
about him, the better I feel about myself.
That's every boss in every Dark Souls game.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the other thing I really liked about that game. It teaches you a lot of things without explicitly teaching you things.
Hmm.
Right.
Like, it's not gonna throw it in your face, but like you can pick up on it after a couple deaths. It's really nice.
I was surprised there was even a tutorial in that game at all. But I guess it is technically like a different game than Dark Souls, so
Mhm.
they felt like they probably had to be like, hey, people who have played Dark Souls before, this game is in fact a little different.
Right. You can jump.
You can jump now.
You can even double jump.
Really?
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, you get
double-
that later.
You can double jump with the horse, but not
Mhm.
with your feet, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah.
How long till Elden Ring guy in Smash?
Oh gosh.
It's starting to look like there might never be another Smash.
It's Smash Ultimate for a reason. I don't know. I don't know how you would be able to top Smash Ultimate though.
You gotta go smaller. I think you gotta go smaller, and you gotta go like mechanic based, maybe a story mode. Not what this stream is about.
Yeah.
And then my number one game was Pokemon Scarlet.
Nice.
That one I got like the weekend before Thanksgiving, and I have 130, 140 hours in.
Nice.
It's amazing. I'm not gonna say it's the best game of the year, but it is the best Pokemon game ever made
Ooh.
Wow.
by far.
Mm.
And
I'm not disagreeing with you because I've never played it. I just that is not what other people on the internet are saying about it.
like, they nailed so many aspects of this game in ways that I never expected from Pokemon. There's one part near the end of the game where you are like running around with your friends from the rest of the game, and it gives off like heavy Final Fantasy 15 vibes.
Aw.
15 was the
Okay,
one
that's-
with the boys, right?
Yeah, 15 was the one where you play as the band Green Day.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
only 3 members in that band.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
I've-
there's the rhythm guitarist that they tour with.
Oh, I'm sorry. Member.
There is a tour only 4th member of Green Day.
Yeah, I've never wanted a Pokemon game to be voice acted more in my life.
Mm.
Really?
And I feel like that says a lot about this game.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Anthony, you haven't played it yet, right?
Not even for a second have I played it yet.
Do you want the old one or the new one?
Oh.
Scarlet or Violet?
What do you mean? How is one old and one new?
So Scarlet is kind of set in the past. The professor's focused on the past. They're Pokemon from the past. And Violet is the professor's focused on the future, and
Oh,
they're Pokemon
interesting.
from the future.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely want to, because I didn't play Legends Arceus either, so I think I want to play that one first.
Okay.
Pick your poison. Wait,
they
so
are
Mason,
so good.
Scarlet is the past or Violet's the past?
Scarlet's the past.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why the professor looks all caveman-y and
Right.
like Unga Bunga-y.
Bunga bunga.
Yeah.
Unga Bunga, but like for the Tumblr crowd.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's be real. They make both the professors very hot.
Nice.
It's fine.
In a Ungo Bungo way, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Way or Unga Bunga way.
No, bleep bloop. I like.
She's like a yassified version of Fred Flintstone's wife.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Anthony, important information.
Yeah, what?
Did you know that there's a new Joe and Mac game?
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, we should just download and play them all because apparently there's like 17 Joe and Mac games and you and I only know about 2.
Yeah, I'll play.
Anyways, and it looks like the new one is like what you'd want from a modern day Joe and Mac. Chelsea, what are your games?
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
so I also did not have time to play very many games this year. So I'm choosing from what games I did play. So Overwatch, I suppose, was one of the ones that I played. I mean, Overwatch 2 came out this year. 2, it's just like they upgraded regular Overwatch. But like, I don't see any problems with it. I haven't tried the new hero yet, but like, I still have fun playing Overwatch like I did like a couple of years ago. So that's all I have to say about that.
There is also cross-platform play now, so I think we could play with you guys if y'all want it at some point.
And it's free now. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all play shooty games.
I think Overwatch would probably be the only shooting game I would be interested in trying because of all the features you could play. So
Mhm. Like, I'm not normally into shooters, but like Overwatch like is one of the ones that I will play. So
nice.
I think I played the single player mode of Halo Infinite. But that's about it.
Yeah.
Play Overwatch on the channel. We'll get like 50 more followers
Yeah.
immediately.
I mean, we did play Overwatch like once or twice on the channel already. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. I guess my second game that I had to choose, freaking Trombone Champ.
In the
I love rhythm games, and the fact that it's just a bunch of wrong notes all the time is hilarious to me.
Even when you get it right, it sounds wrong.
Yep.
See if they'll make Guitar Hero guitar for it.
Oh, and the fact there's like a lot of really random lore in the game that we discovered when we were playing it. Lots of stuff about hot dogs for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah. So just a fun little game. But my number one game for this year is also Pokemon, and I played Pokemon Violet.
Nice.
I'm not done with it by any means, as Mason likes to point out every single day.
You need to get to a certain point in the game because it has really good music, and I want your opinion on it.
Okay. I will play eventually. Maybe. Hey, listen, this is the most I've played Pokemon game and any game in like a really long time. Like I sat down and played this game for hours, and I haven't done that
For
in
several
forever.
days.
Yeah. So honestly, like Mason was saying, probably best Pokemon game like ever. Honestly, it's glitchy as fuck, but like that's actually kind of funny. And like what I really liked that they didn't do, I mean that they didn't do compared to the past Pokemon games like recently is like the hand holding. I really hated the hand holding, like items everywhere, like tutorials everywhere, like just like holding your hand throughout the whole entire game. But this one is just like you're free to do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
And like it's actually like a hard game. This is the first time I think I had to use items. This is the first time I died multiple times to like a gym leader. So like it was actually challenging.
Well, Chelsea, that was one of my biggest complaints about Sword and Shield. Like, I understand it's a game for children, but I wish there was like I've played other Pokemon games before setting
Yeah.
that I could
right?
like switch on and off.
Well, see, that's the thing with this one. It's just like they went back to like it's like, hey, you gotta kind of figure it out on your own kind of situation. So
I like that more for an open world game, which is what this is, right?
yeah, it really
Yeah.
is. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. That was our video games for 2022.
All right. Mason, what are my TV shows?
Your TV shows were Wednesday, Stranger Things Season 4, and Willow Season 1.
Nice.
Perfect. Okay, that's what my list says as well. Okay. So Willow is still happening. I'm actually not watching Willow right now because I'm on this stream.
Sorry.
But no, it's fine. What happened, Chris?
Sorry, we've inconvenienced you.
No, it's fine. It's fine, really. No. So Willow surprised me with how good it was because, like I was telling Chris, there's no like. I did find out there's a series of Willow novels, but as far as I can tell, they have nothing. Like they have their own canon based on like separately from what the show is doing. But there's no like further Willow reading or lore. It's just like one movie and then this TV show, and I'm really impressed with like how much they've like how much like world building they've been able to do. Just like stemming out of that one movie. I just like the ways that this TV show is connected to that movie that, as far as I can tell, wasn't really that popular when it came out, even though it was made by George Lucas. But yeah, I'm really liking it. Obviously, I can't. It's not finished yet, so like maybe the last couple episodes really suck, but I doubt they will. And yeah, I've been really liking it, and I was surprised at how much I would. I was not surprised at how much I liked Stranger Things Season 4, which was, I don't think I'm alone in saying, the best season of Stranger Things so far. I really liked the emphasis on horror because Stranger Things doesn't have to be scary. It's almost kind of a more of a like thriller mystery, like because you more often than not they don't tell you what's happening or like what's causing I feel like that was the whole core conceit of the show. But I just really like the emphasis on horror, and I like the emphasis on like no, this is in fact a Dungeons and Dragons show. Like it's a show about kids who play Dungeons and Dragons, but it also has like you can clearly tell people who've played Dungeons and Dragons for years and years and years at the like in the writer's chair, being like, how can we make this D&D adventure that we've come up with into a TV show. And the number one is Wednesday, because holy shit, how could you not pick Wednesday? Because it was just so good. Once again, I was surprised that I liked it so much. Like, I heard it was happening, and I was like, neat. And then I saw a trailer, and I was like, hold on, this looks very interesting. And then I watched it, and I like couldn't stop watching it. I literally only stopped watching it because we were playing D&D. I like watched 4 episodes and then like went to bed and woke up and played D&D and then went home and then watched the rest of it. I really hope there's more. There's technically hasn't been like a announcement of a second, like the confirmation of a second season yet.
It was confirmed season 2.
Is it? That'd be really cool if it was. I believe you because I wasn't like actively looking for that news. So that'd be cool. But it just seems like they really like the way the season ended. It felt like if there wasn't a season 2, that'd be fine. But it seems like they really want there to be a season 2. So I'd be curious to see what they do with that. But yeah, I don't know. I really liked it. It was really good. I liked everything about it. I don't think I have a single complaint about it. Maybe it was a tad predictable when it got down to like who's the main villain, who's this, what's this guy doing. But other than that, I really have I'm stretching to find a complaint because I just really don't have one.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, we haven't watched it yet. But
dude, if you have even a passing interest in the Addams Family, I'd say go for it.
It was.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It was definitely worth it. Wednesday would have been on my top list if I didn't watch one certain TV show, which was Mason. Do you like that segue? Do y'all like that segue?
So the list you gave me: She-Hulk, The Watcher, and Lord of the Rings: The Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Interesting. Obi-Wan Kenobi, absent from your noticeably absent. Because you're the guy.
No,
You've met Ewan McGregor this year.
What happened?
You've met Ewan McGregor this year, right?
I did. And, I discussed my thoughts on Obi-Wan with him, so that's all that matters.
He read you a bedtime story.
Right.
I
said,
that's right. Yeah, he cradled you in his arms. And you slowly died.
Yeah. It was like this. It was kind of like...
Yeah, exactly. Except now take Pauline and Photoshop out Pauline and add actor of stage and screen Ewan McGregor.
Anthony, you can do that.
I'm good. Video quality is so bad I will not do that.
Obi-Wan was good. Honestly, I'd say it's on the same level as Rings of Power. I'll put it there. I'll say Ghost third, fourth option.
Yeah.
Honestly, that just slipped my mind. I think the reason being is I saw 2 of my favorite shows this year almost kind of back to back, that being She-Hulk and The Watcher. And then I was just struggling. I was like, there's a lot of good TV shows that came out this year. Wednesday, well, that was really good. But and then I remembered, also I was looking up lists to remind myself, and Obi-Wan never showed up.
It's probably like a limited series.
Interesting.
Pauline brings up a good point. It might just be considered a limited series right now.
Right.
So I look up TV series and it doesn't pop up.
Yeah. I tried to look up a list of TV shows, and it was only showing me like TV shows that started this year. It wasn't showing me like season 4 of this, season 5 of, so I kind of stopped doing that and reverted back to using my memory.
Right. So yeah, we'll say Obi-Wan deserves a spot, but it, for the sake of agreeing with the list I made yesterday, we'll say Rings of Power. So She-Hulk, not without its issues, but man, was it maybe my second favorite MCU thing to come out this year. Easily.
Ooh, interesting. Behind what?
Behind Spider-Man.
That was last year.
It was last year.
Shit. It was December of last year. It was specifically.
It was like, I think it was like December 21st. I think.
What came out this year? Okay, Doctor Strange,
Moon
Moon
Knight, Miss Marvel, and then
Werewolf
Black
by Night.
Panther. What happened?
Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night, Black Panther. I feel like we're missing a movie. Oh, Thor. I think that's it.
Well, goddamn, if it's my favorite Marvel thing to come out this year. It's easily probably my favorite Marvel TV show. I know we've already talked about that on the channel. If I'm going against myself, sorry. But just looking back on it, it's easily my favorite newest character of Phase 4. I don't know if anybody else has seen She-Hulk here.
Well, yeah, Chris, you and I think went through a similar thing where we're watching this show and we're just like, how is this good? Like, I don't think either of us expected this show for either of us to love it as much as we did.
I expected to sit through it. I expected,
right,
and I did sit through a few of these Marvel shows. Like, I did not enjoy myself watching Miss Marvel. I'm sure her character later on, but some of these shows I was just like, all right, I'm here for the MCU lore, and that's why I'm watching it. But She-Hulk, I just really dug. I really liked She-Hulk. I liked the character. I liked the story. It got a little over the top at the end, but I still liked it a lot. The Watcher. Who here has seen The Watcher?
It's on my list as of like 2 days ago or whatever.
Yeah.
I am going to watch it. I have not yet though.
Would y'all like a brief synopsis of what The Watcher is about?
Go for it.
Sure.
Okay. The Watcher, based on a true story, right? Relatively recent. I don't know if they gave an exact date, but this family, late 20-teens.
I'm gonna say 20.
Yeah, maybe even 2018. Buys a house, and it's this husband, wife, daughter who's like 15, son who's got to be like 12 or 13 or something. He can't really afford the house, but they got it. It's like a $3.5 million house. And they move in. The neighbors are kind of weird. There's this one neighbor who has mental disabilities who keeps getting in the house and like gives them their newspaper and stuff, but he doesn't announce himself. He just shows up, waits for you to notice that he's there, and like shit like that. Creepy. He also likes riding their dumbwaiter. If y'all know what it is.
You're not supposed to ride those.
No. It's one of the scariest moments in the show. Kids, holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna spoil this one thing, but this kid's got a pet ferret, right? And he said the stupidest thing that a 13-year-old would definitely say. He says, "Dad, I'm gonna show Sprinkles," which is the name of the ferret. "I'm gonna show Sprinkles how to ride in the dumbwaiter."
Oh no.
He goes over to the dumbwaiter, opens the door, and this massive dude's just sitting in there curled. He just looks at the kid and goes, "Boo." And it's horrifying.
Oh yeah, that was in the trailer too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Good.
Not a spoiler.
Spoiler. Okay. So they move in. Neighbors are weird. Neighbors don't like them actively. Like there's like silly little grudges that they start holding against these new people. And then they start getting letters. Really weird letters. The first one they get is like, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, I wanted to welcome you to, and he says the exact address. He says, I'm the watcher. It's my job to watch this house. And then referring to the children, he's like, I see you've brought young blood into the house.
Right.
The house wants young blood. And shit like this. And they go to the cops. The cops aren't really helping. They keep getting more letters. Weird shit starts happening. They clearly know that somebody has been inside of the house, and they've changed. They've got an alarm system. They don't know how somebody keeps getting into the house. The letters get threatening and stuff, and it's creepy. I said this to Anthony because the whole time you're like, who's the watcher? Who's the one doing this? And I said to Anthony, and I can't stress this enough, every single face that shows up on that television show at one point or another throughout the series, I pegged them as the watcher. I'm looking at this 13-year-old kid and I'm like, you fuck. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
That's 13-year-old behavior. It's fine.
But no, but literally everybody, even the family, that's my point, is every person. I was just sitting there like, it's you. I know it's you. Everybody here knows it's you. So I highly recommend, if you like scary stuff, if you like true story scary stuff, The Watcher is really good. Supposedly getting another season, I've been informed, which is really cool. And then my third show, Rings of Power. So if you're a lazy ass like me and you don't want to read all of the Tolkien stories, then boy, is Rings of Power made for you. Because it really put into perspective some things from The Lord of the Rings, which I really enjoyed.
Is this show actually based off literature?
So it's based off the appendices from Tolkien.
Oh, interesting. I just assumed Rings of Power was made up.
No.
Yeah, same.
Interesting. Okay.
Rings
Makes
of
me want to watch it a little bit more.
Yeah, Rings of Power is for lack of a better like focal point, is the origin story of Sauron.
Fair.
And another character that I don't want to spoil.
And I heard this show has a big like, you don't know which character is Sauron.
Right.
Well, you're trying to figure out who's the Watcher, right? And you say, and you're like, you're Sauron.
That's why he's the eye.
Pointing at a 3-year-old kid, like, you son of a bitch.
I don't know if there is a 13-year-old kid.
Yeah. Bastard, I know you're Sauron.
So I'm guessing it's like referencing the Silmarillion a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
Not
No,
particularly.
she's actually read it.
Okay.
But like the Silmarillion is like the creation story of Middle Earth.
Okay.
More like you have like the tome of Lord of the Rings and like all three, and then at the very back there's like the whole group of appendices that's based on. So
Okay.
it's like this is how Mount Doom was formed and blah blah blah, and then this is war, and like the third war of like the first era or whatever. So it's based on like that, like part of like the book, based on like the Silmarillion or whatnot. So
Okay.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
It was really good, though. It was a good origin story for characters you assumed just lived forever before time and after the end of time.
And what streaming service is that on?
Amazon Prime.
Oh, Amazon Prime.
Cool.
And funny enough, they tell you who the Watcher is in that one. I don't know why.
Okay, all right.
Fine.
In the intro, the theme song talks about spoils the plot of The Watcher.
Yeah, it's so weird. And those are my TV shows.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
All right, I like memorized. So in no particular order, I had Dahmer first. I don't know, and that tells the story about like Jeffrey Dahmer, his crimes. He's like one of the most well-known and most notorious serial killers in U.S. history. Funny enough, the producer of that show is also the producer of The Watcher. So, for some reason, Ryan Murphy's like really good at making like true crime documentaries, even though he also produced Glee randomly. But honestly, like Evan Peters as Jeffrey Dahmer, like just totally blew me away. Like he even like sounded like him, which is really creepy. The show almost like kind of like for like a split second, like as you're watching it, it almost makes you feel bad for Jeffrey Dahmer because of like you know what happened, but then like you realize like oh wait, and then it reminds you again like oh wait he's still killing people, so. But like still really good series. I guess they're making a second and third series about other serial killers, so I'm really excited about which ones they could be. They actually mentioned like 2 really famous serial killers in the show, so it could be based off those 2. Maybe it would be like Ed Gein, who's like the inspiration for like Norman Bates and Texas Chainsaw Killer Massacre and I think Silence of the Lambs. And then they also mentioned John Wayne Gacy, who's also really famous. So there's that. Really like that show. And then the second one I had is Spy Family, which is an anime. So I don't know if you guys have like seen it, but it's about this this spy who works for like the government, and his mission is actually to I think what is it? It's to infiltrate the school to get closer to this the president of the opposing country. But in order to do that, he has to have his child enroll in that school. The problem is he's a single man. So what he ends up doing is he adopts this little like 3 or 4-year-old, but what he doesn't know about her is she can actually read minds. And then he actually marries this woman to pose as her mom. But what you'll learn is that she's actually an assassin. So it's kind of like this like, and the little girl actually knows like, okay, he's a spy working for the government, and she's an assassin. So she's the one who knows between the two. So it's kind of like this mix between like a spy thriller and a slice of life. So it's actually it's really good. I recommend it. I haven't. What?
Isn't that just the Black Widow?
What?
Is it a prologue to Black Widow?
I don't think so.
I think.
No, but and I haven't seen it through all the way, but I want to. And then the third one is this it's this limited series on Netflix. It's only 3 episodes. It's called The Most Hated Man on the Internet. And it's about this guy named Hunter Moore who made this website. It's essentially a revenge porn website, but what you learn is that he was actually hacking people's emails and like stealing their nudes and posting them on his website, and he wouldn't take them down unless you gave him more nudes. So it's about how like it's essentially about like how he rose and then essentially like fell. Anonymous gets involved in it, which is pretty cool. So there's that. It's really good. I recommend it. And then the novel.
Oh. No, sorry. I thought, Chris, what were you is the hated man on the internet not the thing that you were telling me about the guy who was like killing a cat and then he?
Oh no! Don't fuck with cats.
Yeah, Don't Fuck with Cats is the name.
Is that what? Oh, okay. That's what I thought Pauline was about to talk about. That.
I based off of Chelsea's response, I'm guessing you've never heard of Don't Fuck with Cats.
Nope.
Okay.
Because that one's also a true story, right?
Yeah, real quick. Can I give a quick synopsis of Don't Fuck with Cats?
Sure.
Okay, 2 seconds. This guy posted a video of him murdering a cat on YouTube. And people were outraged. So he said, okay, I'm sorry, and then makes another one. And so then people were like, we're going to get this motherfucker. He's literally in a room with practically nothing in it, but they were doing shit like, where was that doorknob manufactured? Can we narrow down, pinpoint his location in the world where the door hinge was made? shit like that. It's just incredible. And the whole gag of the title is "Don't fuck with cats," and it's like people aren't going to be happy.
But
Okay.
I upload footage from the Ratchet and Clank movie, and my video gets firebombed into space.
Wait, what?
But this dude can murder cats live on stream, and everyone's chill about it.
What
They're not-
happened when you uploaded footage from the Ratchet and Clank movie?
The Ratchet and Clank game has footage from the movie in it, so very slowly over the last 3 years, they've been delisting our Ratchet and Clank playthrough one video at a time.
Oh, jeez.
Because they're like, you have footage from the movie, and I'm like, well, we do, but not with criminal intent.
Actually, you should be like, you know what? Talk to PlayStation because they have.
Yeah.
That's
then,
so
like-
dumb.
And then an honorable mention would be JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Stone Ocean. Haven't watched that yet, but I am planning to, so.
Nice.
Yeah, we gotta get back into that.
Yeah.
So, Don't Fuck with Cats and Most Hated Man on the Internet. Where would you watch those?
Netflix.
Netflix, right? Yeah.
Netflix is really like knocking it out of the park this year.
Yeah.
Also,
Also JoJo, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, JoJo's too, yep. Dubbed and subbed.
Nice.
All right, Mason.
All right, so first off, yeah, Spy Family is so good. We also haven't finished it. It's not on my list. I just want to talk more about it because it's so good.
It is.
All right, so first on my list was Jobless Reincarnation, also an anime. I don't know if y'all seen it.
Say that.
So, Jobless Reincarnation.
I think I've heard of
Mushoku Tensei. So I don't know if y'all seen all the animes about the people dying and getting reborn in like another world, like a fantasy world, but there's like 40, 50 of them at this point. That might be undercounting by a bit. They're really popular. This is based on the book that actually like started that concept pretty much. And someone loved it so much that they made their own animation studio specifically to make this anime.
Nice.
And it is incredible. They go very in depth as to like the level of world building you would need for a whole new world. There are several different languages that you have to worry about learning. Oftentimes characters can't speak to each other. He has to learn like ways to do magic. It's very in depth. The world building is incredible. The story is also pretty awesome. And you do have to get over some pervy anime stuff, but that's a lot of anime.
as to be expected.
Yeah. Number 2 had Stranger Things season 4. Not unexpected. I feel like we've talked about that a lot. Also agree it's probably the best season of Stranger Things, which was saying a lot because I love season 3. Season 2 was a bit of a miss, but like this one was incredible.
I think
Well, season 3 had such a unique feel. Like it was just very refreshing. But then season 4 shows up, and you're like, oh, this is like season 1, but like better, and they're explaining more.
Mm-hmm. And it makes me so excited to see where season 5 is going to go.
I have no idea what they're gonna do next.
No, not at all.
And we don't have to wait long. Only 2024 is when the new season is
Oh!
confirmed, so
Only 2 more
Yeah,
years.
not long of a wait at all.
And then my third choice was going to be Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which is also an anime on Netflix, made like for Netflix by the people that made the Cyberpunk game. But then I watched Andor, and that was incredible. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, not a huge fan of the movies, but they knocked their TV shows out of the park. And this, I think, is the best one I've seen.
really,
Yeah.
I first of all wholeheartedly agree with that statement. Star Wars has definitely adapted to the small screen in this decade way better than anybody had expected. I think Andor was cool for some world building aspects.
Mhm.
I think I would personally go with Obi-Wan though.
I haven't seen Obi-Wan yet, so.
Yeah. I'm glad
If you like Darth Vader,
Mhm.
you will like Obi-Wan.
Okay. Not sure how I feel about Darth Vader as a character. Like, he's one of the least interesting parts of Star Wars to me.
Fair.
I think have you seen like Rebels and Clone Wars?
I have not. I've started Clone Wars. We're talking about the show, right? I got like a decent bit into it.
Okay, if you finish those, he might be more interesting.
Okay.
And Obi-Wan does a really good job doing some callback stuff to those shows.
Some not ham-fisted callback stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's very organic and welcome.
Yeah, agreed.
There's one thing they do that they didn't have to do that explains like this tiny little thing that someone said in the first Star Wars movie, and I was like, that was cool.
But yeah, I liked the Alcatraz vibe.
Yeah. Also, when the fact that the one guy couldn't swim was like heartbreaking.
Oh, I know. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
That was definitely the hardest. Like, yeah, that hit hard.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Chelsea, you want to finish this off for us?
Sure. So, let's see. So, not a show that came out this year
I
at all.
thought you were gonna be like, so not a TV show, but
LOL. Okay, it's still going on. Like there's like a new season this year, but I'm not caught up yet. So I'm just chugging my way along through Criminal Minds.
Nice.
It's my comfort show this year. So.
It's your comfort show?
Yes, whenever I'm just like...
comfort show is a show about like a serial killer a week show?
Yeah!
That's your comfort show?
It's like whenever I'm depressed, I'm just like, let's put on some Criminal Minds. Yeah.
That makes me so happy.
Chelsea,
exact way.
Chelsea gotta hang out with me more.
Yeah.
Pauline will be sitting here. Okay, if I can. This sounds relevant. I'm sorry if I could interject.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pauline will sit here and watch a serial killer, like real
Documentary
audio, talking about like meticulously, intricately taking out people's intestines, and like, and I'll be like, here, watch this show. There's this one guy who gets stabbed in the hand or some shit though, and she's like, nah, that's too gross.
Dude, like hearing what he did, not actually seeing it.
You watched Dahmer though. They totally showed everything.
Listen, she watched Dahmer, and I was like, so now we can watch Game of Thrones, right?
No. Rape people in that.
What?
There's a lot of rape in there in the Game of Thrones.
Did you watch the same Dahmer I did? I don't think they were exactly playing patty cake.
Hey, another Who Framed Roger Rabbit reference.
I think you got to rewatch. I think there was some. Maybe that's why she's into Crew Crime so much. It just goes over her head.
Crew Crime.
Crew Crime.
Yeah.
That's when Terry Crews tells you about Trime.
Yeah.
Which is crime in the Tron universe. Anyways, child.
I mean, so like I think I'm up to like season 8, and like I don't know, like whenever like a character like leaves, I'm just like heartbroken. Like, I got up to the part with Reed and his girlfriend. I'm assuming you've seen Criminal Minds, right, Pauline?
I watch up to like season 6, and then I stop. But I do know the episode that you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, like that like destroyed me for like a couple days. I was just like, oh god. But yeah, like that's just been my show I've been putting on in the background. So it's not like, I'm not saying it's amazing. I'm just saying it's been a show that I've been consistently watching.
Yep.
Yeah. My second show is an anime. It's called Horimiya. It's a romance anime, kind of slice of life. I don't know if you've watched it.
I've heard of it, but like I still my anime list is my to watch anime list is like this big.
That's fair. But the reason I liked it so much is because it's like it's about like their relationship, but it's like the most wholesome, most realistic relationship depicted in an anime that I've seen in a really long time.
What's it called again?
Horimiya.
Horimiya. Okay, I gotta look it up.
Yeah, and like I'm also a little biased because like the main guy character is kind of cute, and I actually got his haircut for like a while.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my second one, and then like my third show, I would say Stranger Things. It was just a really good season, like everyone else has said. So, yeah.
Nice. Did is you're watching on Netflix or Crunchyroll or
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll.
Cool. I gotta look those up then.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right.
Cool. I'd say it was a pretty successful year in media.
Woo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there's still so much that I have on my to watch list from this year.
Right.
I don't know about you guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. If we're wrapping up here, I think we are. Or if we weren't planning to, if it's cool if we do, I actually have something I have to do right after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we did, now that we're all here, we're all together on the same on the same stream.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, do you remember when you and I really came up with the concept that we could be Thunder and Lightning?
Oh God, do I remember the day we conceived the channel?
Not in a literal sense, but in a conceptual sense. The day that we said, you know what, I think we could do this.
Yeah, of course.
Would you mind giving us a bit of the information, see if we're thinking of the same day?
No, I'm not thinking of a specific day. Sorry. I was Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. You and I were throwing around the idea of maybe doing some sort of internet thing. And it was 2016, 2017 at the point, so Let's Plays were pretty big. So we were like, I don't know, maybe let's do a Let's Play. And then we definitely didn't know Pauline, and I don't think Mason was there, but it was me, Chris, and Chelsea. And Chelsea, we were at Chelsea's house, and Chelsea said, hey, would you be okay if I invited over 25 of my closest friends that you've never met? And then she did, and then it was roughly 45 people. And then we played beloved Xbox 360 game called Sneak King, produced and developed by King Games, development company that made 3 games and then never made another game. They're in and out. And we sat there and played that game for like 2 or 3 hours. And we were being watched by Chelsea's 1,200 friends, and they were laughing and commenting, and we were like, hey, this is fun. And what are we doing right now if not like a live Let's Play?
I don't know if you ever knew the significance of that day, Chelsea, but that is the day that me and Anthony
Really?
Yeah, we didn't just find a new top 10 for life video game. we also decided that we wanted to do something on YouTube.
And wouldn't you know, four or so years later, we asked you to join that channel with us. With Mason, officially.
Yep.
I just thought that was really cool. It was something I actually thought about when we started the stream today. I was like, wow. I don't know if Chelsea even knows that that's the day that me and Anthony really started to conceive the concept of Thunder and Lightning, but she was there. And here she is.
Cool. Man, like I remember like you guys like talking about it that day, but I didn't realize like that was like the pivotal moment that like started everything basically.
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
I always wanted a Let's Play channel. Actually, I'm sure people know this by now, but I was going to do Thunder and Lightning Gaming with my high school friend, who I don't talk to anymore because he treated me like a piece of trash. But when Chris and I started to become friends more and more, I was like, why don't I just do it with this guy with the same name? And I feel like I threw that idea out there, and I feel like I got like I don't know, it could be fun from Chris, but it really took that day at your house with me and you and Chris and your 9,000 friends that we
there was like 6 people.
it might have not even been 6. I
There
think it
was-
was like I think it was 5 people.
It was including us. It was literally.
no.
I
No,
know.
it was
There was like 8 people, including
What are
us.
you talking about? It was
You-
literally
okay,
my
now-
2 friends.
no, it was 4 of your friends, and then they invited over their significant others.
Oh.
Different day. Maybe.
No, because I specifically remember y'all playing
we were hanging
sneaking in my
we were
room.
hanging out, the 3 of us. We were playing Sonic 06, another great game. And then we met your 3 of your friends at a restaurant, and then they came back to your house, and then each of their like boyfriends or girlfriends came over, and then they were. It
Oh.
eventually turned into everybody watching us in silence
LOL.
play through Sneak King. Why did I bring Sneak King that day?
You were
Uh,
trying to finish it, right?
Yeah, we were obsessed with Sneak King at the time.
Oh, we had already played it before that.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
like
Oh, I see.
we were in it to win it. We were gonna complete.
Yeah, we were in it to win it so much that we gave up after level 1.
Because like y'all play music at the beginning of like each stream, and I found the day that Sneaking came out, and there's no Sneaking soundtrack, so I couldn't play it.
Because that game. Oh, Chelsea, it's because that game sucks and
Yeah,
no
I
one
know.
likes it. No
I
one
just
was.
thought it was funny.
No one was willing enough to do the like half hour's worth of work to rip the soundtrack from the Xbox disc.
No, what I think it is, I think it's just the same like 1-minute song looped over and over and
I
over.
wouldn't be surprised.
Beginning of a stream.
Yeah, dude. You got to show some respect to the king,
Yeah.
but not the Burger King, the Sneak King.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to make that clear. I don't give a shit about Burger King. But I'll play his video games. Okay, so I think that's a stream. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it wasn't working, and then all of a sudden it did. But we only dropped 5,000 frames the whole stream.
Oh wow.
That's almost as many people that were over Chelsea's house that
Oh my god.
The perfect thing. The perfect joke. But yes, thank you to anyone who was here. Let me just gotta do it over
I
here.
like our own ego, like as channel creators now. I love that the amount of people just keeps going up. His house,
Every 6,000.
every single person, all 40,000 people were watching us. Party.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're watching live right now, if you're watching the VOD, that big paragraph of text that entered chat is all of our links. The top one is to our YouTube channel. If you like what you just saw, a couple days ago on our YouTube channel, I uploaded my top 10 game of the year video, where I go more into depth into a full list of 10 video games that came out this year. And I think that does it for us here at Thunder and Lightning Gaming. So
Remember their order?
Yes.
Okay.
until next time, I've been Thunder,
I'm Lightning.
I'm Monsoon.
Drizzle.
And I'm Tsunami.
and we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Point. Everywhere.
Everybody point. Everybody point.
There we go. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe.
Our channel has daily uploads from podcast video essays, Let's Plays to skits.
Be sure to watch on Twitch. We stream all our video game and podcast content live at 5 EST every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Our intro is by Brad Kendrick and music by Froggy and the Friendship. Link to all that in the description below.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.